Yo, let's see. All right. I think the mic's working. I'm gonna I'm gonna listen to myself real quick to confirm. Got some audio getting picked up. Who can hear me? Who do we got here today? What's up? Welcome everybody. Welcome. Got 5 people tuning in. What's going on, guys? Happy Friday. Let's see. Zoom out of this. Confirm that my sound is working. Yeah, I think we're working. Yeah, cool. Good. All right. So, good afternoon. Happy Friday. We're here. All right, we're getting a good workout in, so that's going to be really exciting. Week 3. Okay, so we've been here for 3 weeks so far. Well, I guess we've been here for 2 weeks so far. If you've made it through all the 3, now we're on to week 3. I just want to say thanks for sticking around, guys. Thanks for asking questions. It's been cool interacting with everybody. Hopefully, people have learned some stuff off of these few streams that we've done so far. I'm just going to introduce myself again. My name is Bryce Brown. I'm a sports performance coach at Sports Academy, and I'm the director of esports over here. So my goal and my job at Sports Academy is to help merge fitness into the esports world and to show our gamers that you can be an athlete too, right? Making sure that you are staying healthy is very important when you are trying to take care of your gaming skills, which comes from your mind mainly. You have to make sure you have a healthy body too. So what we're going to go over today is, let's go over what we've gone over in the past. Let me pull up my little list here so we can look into that. So week 1, we talked about the foundations of the core, okay, and why it's important to have a good solid core foundation, which is like your abs. If you don't know what your core is, it's your abs. And those are really important key factors in supporting the spine, which if you like your spine at all, you should probably understand how to use your core. Let's see. And then we worked on mobility for the hips and the hamstrings, okay, which is really important too, because right now I'm sitting and my hips are in a shortened position, so are my hamstrings. They're in a shortened position, and we want to make sure that we have the proper activation and ranges of motion and mobility in all of our joints and all of our muscles, right? So we address the hips and the hamstrings, which are 2 very important ones. And then, let's see. That was our main focus actually on those 2 days. We talked about sleep and water as well. Sleep, you should be aiming for a minimum of, the goal is 8 hours, right? The goal is 8 hours. A lot of people aren't hitting that right now. A lot of people don't hit that during their normal time. When we are, for example, a lot of my college athletes, I understand that they can't really get that much sleep. Sometimes they have homework due, or they're up late from practice, or whatever it might be, right? They can't get as much sleep as their body needs. So what they have to do is focus on all those other aspects that their body needs. So making sure they're getting enough water, right? Our minimum amount of water we should be taking in a day is half the body weight in ounces, right? If you're within healthy weight ranges, that's an easy one to follow. Half your body weight in ounces. For me, I'm aiming for a gallon a day, right? I have my hydro flask right here. You'll see me take breaks throughout this whole thing. I recommend you guys also take breaks during all this. Oh man, I love water. Got some good filtered water at home. Throw some ice in it. I think it'll last all day with the ice in there. I love my hydro flask. Talked about water. We talked about sleep. That was the first week. Okay, so week number 2, we started to address, make sure, nutrition, breathing, and then we did our first workout. Right? We did an upper body and lower body workout. We did a full body workout. We made sure that we got everything addressed. And so it's already in those first 2 days, we've learned how to properly engage the core. We learned about sleep and water. And then the next day, we're learning about the rest of the body and what the body needs to fuel it properly. So we're making sure we're getting the proper nutrition. Make sure you're hitting the body from all different angles. Make sure when you work out, you're not just doing the same thing every single day for 10 years. You want to make sure your body is comfortable in all these different ranges. You'll hear me say range of motion or ROM, and a range of motion is the limitation of your joints or your muscles in certain positions. For example, if my shoulder can only go up this high, that's my shoulder's range of motion, right? But the range of motion of the shoulder is a complete all the way around, forward and back. It's a ball and socket joint, so it can be in the ball and socket and it can move in all directions, right? The shoulder and the hip are the most mobile joints that we have in the terms of that, because they can just move in every single direction, and that's why we have to have a lot of stability in those positions. In those shoulder and the shoulder and the hip joints, we have to really work on the stability as well, which is stability is strength, right? If your body can be stable, that means it has a solid foundation and it's strong in that position. Strong isn't necessarily how much weight can you lift. That's relative towards all different people. But just being stable, right, means your body has some confidence in that position and you're not moving all over the place. Your shoulders aren't dropping out, right? You're maintaining a good posture. That's really important when we're trying to build up our athlete. Make sure they can do the basics, right? Make sure they got stable hips, stable shoulders, stable core, and then from there we can start really loading the body and seeing what kind of performance gains we're trying to get if you're in a normal sport. But if you're in the esport world, all I want to do is make sure that you're moving every day and you have control over all ranges of motion. Once you get there, and if you're trying to put on size, you're trying to get muscle, oh, totally, yeah, we can start diving into, if you guys have any questions on any of those things, like what's the rep ranges for muscle gain, how much should I be eating a day? Let's ask some of those questions. I'd be really interested into seeing what you guys have been thinking about over these last few days, last few weeks. Hopefully you guys did a workout in between now and then, or got outside, right? Unfortunately, I had to close all the windows right now because the lighting in here is terrible. And right after this, I'm gonna go to the beach. Okay, I got a little spot that I know nobody's ever at. Just gonna go enjoy some time out in the sun, soak up some sun, get in the ocean, right? Make sure you guys are getting outside as well as all the gaming, or to compensate for all the gaming we're doing, right? A lot of you guys aren't really getting out much, and that's kind of my goal, is to introduce some more things that you can do during your day to make you a better gamer. So that was week 2, nutrition, breathing, and upper body, lower body strength. Okay, strength or stability, right? Make sure the body can control those ranges. This week, we're going to focus on 3 things. We're going to focus on cool down. Okay, so the cool down is at the end of the workout. We're going to focus on the warm up, why warm ups are important, which is in the beginning of the workout. We'll work out in between those 2 portions. But we're also going to focus on upper body mobility, and so we'll address the importances of that and certain things that we can do to help increase our mobility in our upper body. A lot of people say they have, oh, my shoulders, I just have no mobility in my shoulders. I'm always, this is their posture. All right, like, I don't know why I can't raise my shoulders over my head or my hands over my head. Well, your posture is not allowing that. So if you were to just adjust your posture and get some more movement through that thoracic spine, that's when your shoulders are going to be able to go right over your head with no problem. Okay, so it's all relative to your body's alignment and position. That's why a lot of people go to the chiropractor and they're like, oh, I feel so much better after I get aligned. Yeah, your body's getting into a good alignment, but it's just temporary. Okay, so we need to reinforce that position and teach the body that, okay, you can get into here with adjustments, or the chiropractor, the doctor can get you into a better position, but you as a person needs to work on reinforcing that position and allowing your body to be confident in that position. That's why we develop these these super tight spots in our body, because there's lack of confidence in other positions of our body. So some place has to compensate, right? Some place has to pick up the slack so that we're not suffering or getting injured. That's what the body thinks, at least, right? But in reality, those could be leading to more injuries. So injuries are definitely something I've been through, and one of the reasons why I got into esports, got into sports performance, and then dove into esports because I don't want other people to have to fight the same fight that I did growing up and fight all those injuries that could easily be avoided with a little bit of extra care for the body. We're going to get started on this workout in about 10 minutes. Okay, so if you guys have any questions right now, please don't hesitate to drop them in the chat. Maybe if anybody's, interested in telling me how your week went, if you did anything productive this week, if you tried any new things, if you drank more water, if you looked into breathing exercises, if you got questions on any of those things, please, I'll be here all day so that we can answer those questions. Let's see, what else are we going over today? We're going over cool down, upper body mobility, and warm up. Okay, so let's talk about the importance of a warm up. All right, warm ups are crucial because you are prepping the body for what you're about to do to it. And sometimes workouts can be really tough. And if you just get right into it without warming up, without prepping the body, it's kind of like shocking to the body. And we need to make sure that the body's ready for the stress that we're going to put on it. If you guys play Fortnite, or girls, right? If any of you play Fortnite, I know a lot of you go into creative mode before you start going into ranked games so you can warm up, right? If you were to go into a ranked game just off the bat and you're really high elo, you might not do too hot. You might lose those first 2 games and then you're losing points just because you're not warmed up, right? It was a shock to the brain, actually, to the body, to the brain, to you as a gamer. You weren't warmed up or ready for that kind of exposure into the arena games. So that's one of the reasons we warm up is to prepare the body for what we're about to do. Another reason for a warm up, and this is one of my favorite that I like to really dive into with my athletes, is pay attention to your body during your warm up, because that's not the only chance. Sorry, let me take that back. That's a huge opportunity for you to listen to your body and understand what it needs and where it's lacking and other things like that, where if you are on a foam roller and you're addressing a muscle and you're like, oh, this is really tight, but this other one isn't. Okay, maybe we should address that one that has a little bit more tightness or more pain in it. I wonder what's causing that. Maybe we shouldn't be doing certain type of exercises for that day just to avoid making the injury worse if there's a possible injury. That's another huge reason why we warm up, or at least I warm up my athletes, is to give them an opportunity to be aware of what's going on in their body. Because for the next 30 minutes, 45 minutes, I'm just telling them what to do and we're going, right? We're getting this workout in. And I like to make sure that they're very aware and awake during their warm up so that they can understand their body can understand and be ready for what's about to happen. And then the workout happens, right? You get sweaty, you stress your body, stress the muscles. They break down. You go eat after your workout to help build the muscles back up. You sleep to help build the muscles back up. And then, so the workout's over and cool down. All right, so then we're going to talk about cool down. Why cool down is important. Animals in the animal kingdom are never like, if you see like a gazelle in the wild and it's just going to walk over to a watering hole and its heart rate will be super low and calm and it's just going to drink the water, but then a tiger comes out of nowhere, that's when the heart rate spikes up. And then that gazelle gets out of there, gets out safe, and then within 5 minutes, that gazelle can come back to that watering hole and have his heart rate right back down, back to normal. And that's because they're not in this constant state of stress. Okay, and a lot of humans, a lot of the stuff that we're doing nowadays is causing our bodies to be in this constant state of stress. A lot of you might not realize this, but gaming is a very stressful thing on the body mentally, because the body doesn't really know the difference between a picture and reality. And a lot of gamers go to play video games to escape from reality, and they really dive in deep to these games and they're really invested in them. So when they're playing the game, if we were monitoring their heart rate, which I'm really happy that Whoop, right? Shout out to Whoop, man. I love this band. They added a section on the workout tracker or activity tracker for gaming, right? So when I game, I click that and I can watch my heart rate through my whole gaming. I can see what was happening while I was gaming. Um, and you'll notice that your heart rate is always elevated when we're gaming, especially during certain times. It'll get up even higher. And we want to make sure that we've taught our body how to switch out of that stressful state and go back to a non-stressful state. Okay, so we talked about this earlier. When we talked about breathing, we talked about the sympathetic, which is that that's fight or flight, that very stressful state, and the parasympathetic, which is our body's ability to rest and digest. And one of our secret weapons to switch between those is breath, right? Our breath work and our ability to control our breath. But other things that we can do as well is like stretching. Okay, so a workout is stress, right? That's going to cause us to go into a sympathetic state. So the opposite of a workout, for this example, we'll call it stretching. Okay, we'll call it cool down and recovery. And those are what's going to help our body dip out of that sympathetic state and go into a parasympathetic. Okay, it's going to allow us to switch over to that recovery mode and start to heal a little bit faster. Oh man, some people they're crazy about ice baths. Ice baths are great. If you get a really high hard workout in, you need to get that inflammation out of your body and kickstart the recovery process sooner. Ice baths are great to help with the nervous system switch from this sympathetic to parasympathetic. I've also found a lot of success in just elevating your feet. If you were to just lay on your back and put your feet up on the wall until your feet go to sleep after a workout, you're gonna get very similar results to an ice bath. Okay, you're gonna help that body start getting that inflamed blood out of the legs, out of the limbs, back into the heart. And then when your feet start going numb, that's when you stop. That's when you know you've gone plenty far. But during that time, you can just lay there and focus on your breath work, right? The combination of you doing the legs above your heart and then the breath work is really going to help kickstart that recovery and put you into a good mental state after a stressful, tough workout. And then I think I said we're talking about upper body mobility and the importance of upper body mobility, right? As you can see, I'm just like this, hunched over looking at stuff. That's going to cause us to get a little tight. We need to make sure we're staying aware of our posture at all times. There's a few things I teach to my athletes. They do this one in class a lot. I call it the posture reset. The posture reset is just is something basic, right? It's nothing crazy. It's just if you notice yourself kind of like this in class, instead of just like sticking your chest up nice and tall and being like, oh yeah, my posture's great. I have a little cue for you guys. So what you're gonna do is you're down in that position, whatever it is. Arms go out in front of you. You're going to pull your arms and elbows back, and that's going to help pull your chest up, rotate those up, and then you drop them down at your side, and then now you're in a much better posture, okay? So you would start off here, most likely, especially in class. A lot of us start rounded, and then you just pull those arms back. That's going to already help pull you up taller. Rotate those hands back, and then drop them down to your side. Okay, another part of the posture a lot of people forget. A lot of people are here. It's okay to double chin it, right? It's okay to just have that good posture and just be aware of where your head is and your neck is. You want that neck to be supporting your skull, not the muscles having to hold on to that head. Our heads are heavy, okay? So the better alignment we can have to the body, the easier our body is, the less our body work is, less our body will have to work. Okay, so it's all about balance and alignment, and at the end of the day, it's just about moving. Okay, and that's what we're going to get into right now. We're going to start this workout. We're going to hit it for about 30 minutes. All right, so that'll put us at 250-ish. Okay, we'll see how good I am on my time. I was terrible last time. That's where we're starting earlier. It's going to put us about 250, and then we'll go 10 minutes. And then I'll sit down, I'll talk, answer questions, see how everybody else did on the workout, see what was hard, see what was easier. And guys, if you aren't already following this page or you don't, make sure you hit that follow button. I have a little widget popping up on my page to remind me. But I love the Esports Camps. They're teaching me so much other things on the League of Legends because I'm trying to get better at League right now. And I've been hopping on their streams to learn from them. So I hope you guys can hop on this stream and learn from me as well. All right, so I'm going to make sure everything's set up. What you're going to need, water. All right, always get your water. If you have the broom, okay, or a stick, right? We got the dowel here today. We're going to use the head back crack stick. to help us with our part of our warm up, make sure we're in good alignment. I'm lucky I got the fancy pad here. I'm at Sports Academy. I'm at actually work right now. My room is getting renovated, so I can't stream out of it. Pad's gonna be for your knees if you need it. I also got a yoga mat on the ground behind me. We are going to switch scenes to the full cam. Oh, there it is. Perfect. All right. So right behind me we got my water. We got the stick. Oh, there's one more thing that we might use. Okay, if you have it, great. If you don't have it, don't stress. You don't need it. It's just gonna make the workout a little bit harder. A little bit harder. Where'd it go? It's a mini band, guys. If you guys know what mini bands are, there it is. The mini band. A lot of my athletes do know what the mini band is, and when I first started working here, people thought I had a weird problem with butts because I'd always pull this band out and we'd really activate the hips and the glutes, because these glutes and these hips, these glutes, right, their job is to stop our hips from flexing. So the hips, the glutes pull our body up tall, and they're a postural muscle, okay? It helps us stay upright. And if these aren't working and that back's doing the job, that's why we have a lot of back pain. So gotta make sure the core is active, which we're gonna activate the core before this. Gotta make sure those glutes are fired up, and then we're gonna get right into it. Let me pull up my workout list so I'm gonna put it in the chat again so everybody can see it. I think I already posted it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again though, just make sure it's all there. All right, so let's go over it real quick. It's gonna be a 30-minute total workout. We have a 10-minute warm-up followed by a 15-minute workout and then a 5-minute cool down, okay? So again, 30-minute total workout, but only 15 minutes of this is gonna be actual workout. So don't be too afraid. And then if that's not enough for you, you just repeat the workout portion 3 times, 2 to 3 times. Okay, that'll put you at, if it's 15-minute workout portion, you do it 3 times, that's 45 minutes. That's you doing an hour workout, that'd be great. We're gonna start off with the warm-up, which is gonna be addressing the lower body, upper body, core, thoracic spine, activation to make sure everything feels good. We're gonna dive into the workout. We have 2 sections of workout. These workouts are focused on making sure we are aware of our posture, okay? Making sure we have understanding of how we feel in these positions. There is no weight, there's no equipment needed. I just bring in some equipment to make it a little bit more challenging on me. I do know some people have mini bands. Some people do have brooms and yoga mats and pads and all that good stuff, and chair. Ooh, we'll do some. If I remember, we'll do some ab stuff on the chair too, because that's always fun. I know everybody has their gaming chair, or not everybody. A lot of you have gaming chairs. Yo, my guy Ian, what's up, brother? Dude, I like that emoji or that. Yeah, I love that. That's me, man. Ian, I hope you enjoy this workout, brother. Nice and easy. If you guys, my buddy Ian is another esport coach that I work with. He's out in Canada, or he's not esport coach. He's a strength and conditioning coach who loves video games, and he's been putting out a lot of good content for athletes. Yeah, feel free to drop your Instagram, Ian. I highly recommend. This guy's a great guy, great knowledge. If you guys have any questions on strength and conditioning, he's a great source as well. If I'm not available, please, we're always down to help people. That's just what we're trying to do. We're trying to help the gaming world become more athletic. All right, we're trying to help these gamers be athletes. That's my goal. It's gamers to athletes. You distracted me, but all right. Workout 1, postures, everything. Workout 2, we got some core involved, and then we're gonna hit a little bit of cool down. Cool down's gonna be cool because it's just going to be holding some basic positions, making sure that we are staying active and breathing and controlling those postures. All right, so we're going to get right into it. I'm going to get my laptop over here. I need to get my notes pulled up. I need to get my stopwatch pulled up too. You guys can play music at home. If you can still hear me, play music. Do whatever you got to do to get this workout in. Just remember, this is a starting position. You are starting in one place. Don't judge yourself. Don't judge yourself based off other people. Just focus on where you're at and where you want to be, and bridging that gap and taking it one day at a time. All right, one day at a time to get there. Some people, you're probably like, why are you standing on the stick, Bryce? I'm actually releasing my feet. Okay, so I wasn't planning on talking about this, but this is actually a nice little hack here. You might have a yoga ball or lacrosse ball. Those are really good, but you can use your broom, you can use a stick, and it's just getting the bottom of that feet to release. Because believe it or not, all right, so if you guys already started on the stick, stop. What I want you to do, I want you to try to touch your toes, see where you're at. Okay, if you can't get to your toes, roll your feet out for a little bit, and then after you roll out your feet, you go try to touch your toes again, and you might actually be able to. Okay, because everything's connected. The bottom of the feet connect up into the hamstring. It's connected to the calves, connected to the hamstrings, connected to the glutes, connected to the back, connected to the back's upper back, and then up all the way up into our skull. Right, our whole body's connected. And so we release one section of the body, other places will follow. Because if this is really tight, it's going to limit other places. So, oh man, this feels horrible, but I know I need it. Haven't done this in a few days. This is normally one of my morning routines of the lacrosse ball. First thing I normally do is address my feet. That's both sides for me. 30 seconds should get you some type of benefit. I'm going to go back and retest. And yeah, I already gained 2 inches on my toe touch there, just by doing that. Let's start with the warm-up. Nice and basic. The first thing we have is a lunge, reach, rotation. All right, I gotta make sure I can see all my stuff. My stopwatch starts. Okay, cool. 1 second. All right, so lunge, reach, rotation. We're gonna be doing 10 on each side. I'm doing some different angles. Make sure your stick is out of the way so you don't break your leg. That was really loud. Sorry about that. So I'm going to go facing forward. We're going to go lunge, reach, rotation. Stand back up. You're going to switch sides. Lunge, reach, rotation. So we're going to go 10 on each side. You can do this multiple ways. If you want to just do the rotate, okay, and then the reach, that works as well. Halfway. Ten. Last one. 10. Beautiful. Next thing after that, we got shoulder taps. So we're going into push-up position. Make sure you focus on those hips staying level. Get those hands. First thing you want to do, get those hands directly under your shoulders. From there, push into the ground. Feet as wide as you need them. Squeeze your butt. We got 10 shoulder taps each side. 5. 5. Halfway. 8. 8. 9. 9. Last one each side. 10. And 10. Good. From there, T-spine rotation. You can do this one 100 different ways. We're going to go toes together, knees nice and wide. If you can't make it into this position all the way, that's fine. You can use a pillow to help. That might be more comfortable for you. Okay, take a little pressure out of those knees. We're going to try to sit our butt down to our heels. Maintain that contact. One hand goes right in the middle, other hand goes behind the head. Eyes follow your elbow. We're going to go 10 times each side. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, again, look. Push that arm on the ground into the floor. Try to get those elbows as far apart from each other as possible. Eye follows your elbow. Come back center. Switch sides. Seven, 8, 9, 10. Good. After that, we're going dead bugs. My favorite. Hopefully everybody else's favorite soon. 10 dead bugs each side. If your hips are popping when you're doing this, it's not the end of the world. You just want to make sure your hips aren't moving. Okay, so that means your low back is staying flat. As you extend that leg out, your hips aren't dumping or changing position. I think this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more each side. 9, 10, and 10. Good. Single leg RDL. All right, grab the stick, head back crack stick. All right, remember, head back crack. Head, back, right here, crack. 1, 2, 3, beautiful. If you need to help with balance, you can use a chair, you can use a desk next to you, but our goal is to be able to do 10 of these in a row without losing balance. 1, 2, 3. That was 3 in a row, not too bad. 4, 5, 6, 7. You should feel this in your hamstring, just down here, and your glute. Hamstring and glute. Your foot might definitely be working. Your foot might actually cramp. Some people's feet cramp. They're not used to working. 8, 9. Catch your balance. Save it. Good. And 10. Other foot. 1, 2. I'm going to switch hands. 4, 5, 6. Make sure you're maintaining the 3 points of contact on the stick. 7, 8, 9. Last one. Almost did all 10 of these without falling over. Nice. Stick, go out of the way. And now we're into bird dog. Okay, so already 7 minutes into this workout. Hopefully somebody's starting to sweat. AC turned off here, so I'll be getting a little sweaty, no big deal. We got 10 bird dogs each side. After that, we're moving on. Let's get going. Right hand to left knee, reach out as far as you can, bring it back in. Exhale as you come in, inhale as you extend. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, other side. Exhale, inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 7 minutes, 45 seconds. Not too bad. We're getting right into the workout. First thing we have, Superman's. 10 reps of Superman. Superman, you can be face down on the ground. If you want to use a pillow for your forehead, that's fine. What we're going to do, hands overhead. Everybody see me? Yep, good enough. All right. So, squeeze the butt, drive the hips into the ground. Keep that chin tucked. Don't look up. Stay looking down. Try to lift your chest up off the ground as high as you can.
and then drop back down. Also looking to get those feet off the ground just a little bit as well, while keeping your butt squeezed. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
If you're having back pain during that motion at all, make sure your core is engaged. Make sure you're keeping your butt squeezed. If you're having low back pain, it's probably because you're hinging from that one position too much and you're not letting that chest come up off the ground and get some T-spine mobility. So if you have that band, put it on. I don't like wearing shoes. Just thought you should know that. So we're gonna go squat hold. So bands around our knees. We're gonna go into a squat. We're gonna hold this. Make sure that core is nice and engaged. We have 30 reps right here. So all we're gonna do, we're gonna pulse that band out for 30 times. Keeping those feet down. I'm not gonna count because I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna do it off of time. But overall, we're gonna do 30 reps to this. Make sure the knees are going out nice and wide, controlling it on the way in. You go all in if you like. Keep those feet flat and then push it out as far as you can. Really focusing on those hips, driving those knees out nice and wide. All right, that seems like 30 for me. After that, we're going hip bridge. So back on our back, pad out of the way. Again, if you don't have a band on, totally fine. You can still do that one without the band. And you can still do this one without the band. So you can have your hands on the ground next to you if you like. Core's nice and tight. Hips are going to the back of the room, not straight up into the sky. So I'm tucking my hips that way. All right, that's gonna squeeze my butt. And we're gonna control down, drive back up, 2, 3. Keep those feet gripping into the ground, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hips are going to the back of the room. 1. Last one. Hold this. Check your core. Is your core working? Yep, my core is working. Glutes are firing up. That's a good 10-second hold right there. And relax. After that, we're going into little bigs. All right. So little bigs are a harder version of dead bugs. We're on week 3. If you guys have been practicing and working out at all, we should be there. If this little big is too difficult for you, go back to that dead bug. All right. Don't remember what the dead bugs are? This is right here, right? Opposite arm, opposite leg. Really difficult with this band on. So if you have the band, take it off if you got to do dead bugs. But if you're doing little bigs, here's our little, here's our big. Little, big. That's 2. We got 10 of these. 3. With that band, keep your legs from touching. Try to also keep them parallel. 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure you're pausing in this position. Make sure your core's engaged. Control the way down. 9. Last one right here. And 10. Good. Woo, we are already 12 minutes into this workout. This one might last a little bit longer than 15 minutes. We're going to do that one more time through, okay? So, back to Superman's. 10 reps, face down. If you need water, take it. If you need breaks, take it. If not, let's work. Butt squeeze, chin tucked, 10 lift offs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make sure you're going even. I can feel myself pulling to one side, so I need to slow down just a little bit. 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. Good. Hop up, and squats, right? Squat hold, 30 pulses. I'm going to go for 25 seconds. So I'm going to talk at the same time. So look for 15 on that clock. Good. So again, look, feet. They don't have to necessarily be parallel to each other. Just a good starting stance to be at. You could still be doing this without a band. Just focusing on those hips, firing as you push out. Don't put all the weight into your knees. Core is tight, chin is tucked. Good posture. If you need to, you can have that stick behind you. That got me more than 30. I lost track of time. Already have 35 seconds there. So from there, we're going to hip bridges on our back. Feet are driven to the ground. 15 reps here. 1, 2, 3. Make sure those legs are parallel. 4. Your knees just staying out wide. 7. Core. Check that core. 8. 9. Poke it. 10. 5 more reps. Your core ain't working. If it ain't hard, it ain't working. Unless you got a little extra on top, which is fine. But your core should still be able to work underneath all that extra winter clothing, we'll call it. All right, little bigs. Last thing here, and then we're gonna go to the next part. Little, big. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. Control, nice and slow. 10. Beautiful. That's it. So, quick sip of water. We're at 15 minutes so far. That was 7 minutes just to do workout number 1 twice through. We're gonna do workout number 2, hopefully 3 times through. Then we'll hit our cool down. And then we can chat. How is it already 2:42? Whew. See if anybody hollering at me. All right, we're good. Let's keep pushing.
Keep pushing. Push up. Nope, we're going plank holds.
So what I want to show you guys real quickly, if planks are too easy, this is one of my favorite plank exercises, really difficult. The body saw. You're here, reach out, and back in. Reach out, and back in. Right? Okay, if planks are too easy. So we got 30 seconds of plank here. You got a phone down with me. Go 30 seconds planking, toes in the ground, palms up, shoulders stretching out your shirt. Make sure you're not dropping down through those shoulders. Keep that chin tucked. 10 seconds in. Keep that butt squeezed. Forearms are parallel. Hips are tucked under. 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Time. After that, single leg hip bridge hold. Beautiful. This is a good one. Okay. Do this one for time as well. Let's see if we can hit this for 30 seconds. So, normal hip bridge hold, right? Single leg hip bridge hold. Only this one glute's firing now. Okay. Hamstrings working, good. Core's working, great. If you can't have your hands up, even better. All right, we're just holding this for 30 seconds. Trying to track my time. Butt should be burning. Make sure that foot's working. Core is tight. 5, 4, 3, 2. Put that foot down, switch legs, boom, right into it. One side might be harder than the other, and that's fine. Just be aware of that. Every day, try to get to that point of balance. Reaching to try to get as even as possible every single day. Check the glute. Butt's firing. Hamstring, not working that much. I want to get working a little bit more for me. All right, hips is up. Core is engaged. Perfect. 5, 4, 3, 2, time. Beautiful. After that, jumping into push-ups. Everybody's favorite. If you can't do push-ups on the ground normally, you can do them on an incline. Okay, so this would be an incline push-up. This would be a lot easier. This would be harder. If that's too easy, normal push-ups are too easy. Decline push-ups where you're going to be at. All right, decline push-up. Be a lot harder than a regular push-up. Your boy's going to do normal push-ups for today. His shoulder will not keep up with decline. Let's go for 10. Okay, these aren't going to be 10 quick ones. These are going to be 10 4-second push-ups. So we're going to go down for 2, 1, and 2, up for 1, 2. That's 1. We got 40 seconds of work right here, guys and girls. If you need to at any time, just drop down to your knees. Halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more reps. Last one. 2. Perfect. There it is. 40 seconds of push-ups. Oh, should not have stopped my timer. That was at 18 minutes. All right. Dripping sweat. Doing good. It's warm. I love it. Rather it be warm than cold. Shout out to Ian in Canada. Probably freezing out there. All right. Prone W press. Prone. Just like an army crawl. Face down.
Forehead on your towel if you have one. W. Elbows at your side. Thumbs are up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Press the hands up off the ground. Bring it back down. You got 10 reps here. Try to keep those hands off the ground as high as you can without using those traps. Okay, so if you think your traps are working, shrug them up. Push them back down. Keep them pushed down. Keep those shoulder blades pulled down onto your back. Up and down. We got 10 reps. Last one. 10. Good.
Woo. Where we at? Plank. All right, let's get it. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2.
We up.
30 seconds here. Again, parallel hands, palms up to the sky, toes in the ground, butt squeezed, core tight, hips are tucked under, ribs and your belt buckle trying to meet. That's how much you're flexing those abs. Push those elbows into the ground, shoulder blades stretching your shirt. Keep that chin tucked. I lost track of time. We'll call it 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Time. All right. Single leg hip bridge. Right into it. Let's hit it. Right leg first. Boom. We're up. Time to catch your breath. Butt working. Yep. Hamstring working. Yep. Core working. Yep. Halfway already. Keep that flex. Keep that engaged. Keep the focus. 10 seconds. Three, 2, switch feet, and go. You're going to be talking less and less because it's getting toasty in here. I am working. Hope everybody else is working too. We got 10 seconds left. Butt squeeze, core tight. 3, 2, time. Good. Next thing we got, push-ups. 40 seconds of work on those push-ups. That's 10 reps total, remember. All right, we're gonna start 10 seconds. Make sure I'm not gonna drip on my phone. Push-up position. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's 1 rep so far. 2, 3. Gotta go a little bit slower. 4, 1, 2, 1, 5. Halfway. 1, 2, 1, 6. Remember, if you have to, drop those knees down to finish your reps out. 2 more. 9. Last one right here. And 10. Well, dripped on my phone. That happens. Oh, keep going. Last thing right here. Prone W press. Looking good on time. Got that 5-minute cool down still. Face down.
Shoulders up. Push them down. Pick them up off the ground. Reach up as high as you can. And back down. Going for 10 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one. Slow, slow, slow. Hands up as high as you can, thumbs up to the sky. Make sure those straps are working, shoulder blades are pulled down. Bring it down with control. Boom. 10. Beautiful. See, that's all you need some days to get that heart rate going, to get a sweat going, right? Doesn't matter how hard you work some days. As long as you're working, as long as you're moving. Whew. All right, so we're gonna start the cool down, all right? This is when I'm gonna focus on my breathing, get my heart rate back down. Let me pull up my watch. I can tell you what my heart rate is at right now, probably 100 something. Oh, 115, all right, let's see how fast I can get it down. Oh wait, no. Get out of there, I'm not meditating right now. Pretty much am. This is very similar to meditation. So, everybody, first thing we got, T-spine rotation. I'm going to use 2 tools to keep where I'm supposed to be at. I know my body. Now what we're going for is to cool it down, all right? So, head relaxed, 90 degrees out of that hip. This is going to help me because I don't have as much mobility as I'd like. So I got to keep that there. I'm just gonna, you can keep the hand up if you like, but I already know I'm gonna hit that. I'm just gonna drop my shoulder to the ground. Okay, I'm trying to keep my ribs pulled together. Trying to keep that leg on the ground. Now I'm just gonna breathe. Remember, my heart rate was at 115. Okay, I'm gonna try to get it down to 60 by the time this cool down's over. You got 5 minutes on the clock. What we're trying to do here is add some more mobility into the thoracic spine. So every time you exhale, hopefully that shoulder is getting a little bit closer to the ground. So I'm on my right side, so that means my left shoulder is getting closer to the ground. Okay. Inhale into the belly, exhale out of the mouth. Every time I exhale, I gain an inch at least of mobility right here. Perfect. Other side. I did 5 breaths on that side. We're going to do 5 more on this side. I like to keep my bottom leg straight, flexing the toe. So that keeps my hips stacked, keeps everything in alignment as I'm just trying to stretch out this upper spine here. If you want more weight to it, right, if you put your arm out, it's going to add weight. Make sure you can still breathe fully though. If you're limited on your breath, if you're limited on your inhale, maybe pull out of it just a little bit. Breaths right there. Going into child's pose. All right, child's pose. It's a great one. Heart rate's already down to 79. All right, getting it down through controlling that breath. Child's pose. Feet to your heels. If you can't do that, grab your pillow, your cushion, whatever it might be. Hands out as far as you can. We're gonna do a 3-way child's pose. So this is the first position. Take 2 breaths here, 2 full breaths. Breathe as low as you can. Try to breathe down into those hips. We're going to walk to the right. This will stretch out that left side. Breathe into that left side now. Go 3 deep breaths. Every exhale you do, you should feel yourself getting a little bit looser. Walk it to the other side. We're stretching on the right side now. 3 deep breaths here. I'm going to go back to the middle, see how I feel here. My head is on the ground now, so I know I've gained some mobility here.
Just want that body to be as relaxed as you can think about it. Think about being relaxed. Don't just try to be relaxed. Think about it. Add every little bit that you can to this. Next thing we got pigeon pose. So we worked on this one before, I think. Maybe not. This is in some of my videos that I have. I like to start in a lunge position. Okay, I'm gonna walk that front foot across my body, bring it in a little bit, and I'm gonna drop it down to the ground on the other side. So I'm working on this front hip. Okay, relax that front toe, relax the back toes.
Now we're working on stretching out this front right glute here. So you're gonna have to work around a little bit. Make sure there's no pain. I found my good spot here. You might be able to drop down to the floor. Make sure you're staying nice and relaxed. Five full breaths here.
Other side. You're gonna go into push-up position, push that leg back, and then we're gonna switch legs.
Last breath here. This side's a little tighter. I'm going to give it another 2 more full breaths.
See where my heart rate's at now. 78. Okay, I didn't get it down low enough. Not where I wanted it, but that's fine. Okay, 78 is much better than 120. All right. Save that workout, whatever it might be, doesn't really matter. That was just for me to track my heart rate. All right, so guys, hey, we got a survey. We got a survey on here if anybody's interested. Thank you everybody for tuning in today. I'm gonna hang out a little bit longer. If there's any questions, I'll be here 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I mean, if you have questions, I'll be here as long as it takes me to answer them. So I'm gonna clean up some of my stuff around me, and then hopefully a few questions fall into chat. If not, I'll be logging off. So again, guys, thanks for tuning in. It was a pleasure. It's always a pleasure letting you guys come in here to learn about health and wellness in the esports world. Hopefully you guys can share this message with your friends, because this will make you a better gamer. This will not only make you a better gamer, but it will also help you become a better human being overall. Okay, we have to take care of ourselves before we can start taking care of other people. Okay, you can't pour from an empty glass. You gotta make sure your glass is full before you start giving to others. You know, it's not looking like we got anybody in the chat. Again, I'm gonna clean up my stuff, and then if you guys got questions, feel free to drop them. If not, hey, thanks for tuning in. Next week. All right. All right. Looks like no questions. All good. You guys have my Instagram. If you guys ever want to reach out on Twitch, it's goodestboy10. Instagram is esports_performance. I look forward to hearing from you guys. Please ask questions. Please reach out to me if you need any help. You just want to talk, whatever it might be, I'm there. All right. Hey guys, take care. Thanks for tuning in again. I'll see you guys next week.